Everybody, is Steph from the Hot Boot Podcast. And first take today, once again, they're discussing Caitlin Clark and just her box office and her impact as she is, she finished fourth in MVP and also made first team all WNBA. And I mean, look, man, they're just kind of revisiting, the whole Caitlin Clark drama again. And they bring on Andrea Carter, who was on that side of the fence of not trying to overpraise Caitlin Clark and stuff like that, and she had to walk back a lot of things because Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe cooked her in this debate once again, right? Like Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith will not let this die down in terms of them being misquoted or misrepresented in their stance from the very beginning of Caitlin Clark, right? I mean, they've been very supportive. These two men have been very supportive of Caitlin Clark from the jump. Okay, and it's mostly been the women who has been anti-Caitlin Clark. So I'm gonna play a clip of some of the debate they had back and forth, which got absolutely wild, and we'll get back to it.
Obviously, all of us weren't in agreement with that, but you know what's undeniable? She's been better since the Olympic play was over. Because she got that much-needed rest.
She got
in fairness to Andrea, she got that much-needed rest going from college to the pros, not having any rest whatsoever. Got a breather, got a chance to take a breath and churn that second engine to a degree. And what has she looked like since? She's looked absolutely marvelous, regardless of whatever noise has been out there. So when you show that you're able to perform in the face of adversity, to me, that is the true testament to greatness. And that's why we're looking at her and we're saying greatness is on the way.
Stephen A., I would be remiss if I didn't say this. A lot of this noise came by people that were sitting on this network. They tried to minimize her, said, well, you giving her all this credit. What about the women that came before her? What the women came before her, what they did cannot be taken away. That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. But there was a lot of people tried to make sure they keep Caitlin Clark in her place because what you're doing, if you give her all this shine, you minimize what they done. You can't minimize what Maya Moore or Candace Parker or Lisa Leslie or Lauren Jackson or Diana Taurasi or Simone Augustus or any of the other great players. That Caitlin Clark, what she's doing doesn't minimize what they've done, but we should have been giving her the credit. We saw the ratings, we saw the merchandise sales, we saw the attendance, but y'all want to make it about something else. Oh, what about the women that laid the foundation? What about this? What about it? That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is box office. She's doing this. And instead of giving her credit, y'all tried to make it about, y'all poo-pooing the old guard. Y'all never talked about the old guard like this. Nah, I ain't gonna let it slide. Caitlin Clark, unanimous rookie of the year. But what's even more impressive, she's first team WNBA. First.
You know, Shannon, I hear you, right? I hear you 100%. But another level of noise was coming from people. You were one of them who also tried to create a picture around Caitlin that the league was against her based on the actions of less than 5 former players or current players, which also creates a lot of noise. Like we saw during the All-Star game, the league and the players in this league like Caitlin. They enjoy Caitlin. They had so much fun with Caitlin. So there was noise created from every single
was pointing the finger directly at you, because
I mean, as you can hear from Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith, I mean, the position has been accurate and consistent with Caitlin Clark from the very beginning. It's always been the women at ESPN, like Andrea Carter, Monica McNutt, trying to drag the old guards' names and being like, well, what about these players? And let's not forget about them. And Shannon Sharpe is on the money saying, like, what's that got to do with Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark balled. She brings ratings. She brings attraction. And she should have been on the Olympic squad, to elevate the women's game even more and boost her profile up for the state games, for the WNBA as a league all around, right? And Andrea Carter is like, well, now that Caitlin Clark had played better after the Olympics, going forward, she deserves to be, allowed. She should get a shot to be on the next Team USA squad. I'm just scratching my head like, what the hell is she talking about? Shannon Sharpe called her out again on that saying that, in a longer vid was like, yo, she was balling before the Olympics. She was averaging 16 points before the Olympics, and mentioned of a player who only played like one game and got called up to Team USA. I mean, look, they just proved their point. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe proved their point again with the women at ESPN. And having an issue with the shine that Caitlin Clark is getting. Okay, and she tried to say, well, it wasn't all people in the media. Well, they didn't say that either. Stephen A. Sharpe did not say that. They said that the few were the most loudest and try to use the players of the past and for not mentioning them and giving them attention to drag Caitlin Clark. Man, I mean, this whole conversation got messy again and again. Molly right on cue. Interrupting the conversation, not adding anything to it. Stephen A. got on Miley today. I mean, I didn't play that clip, but I mean, he was snapping. I mean, he got fed up. He was like, "Yo, you're not listening to what I'm saying." Molly does not listen. She just opens her mouth just to say whatever, and then when she's about to get called out or she's about to get ether in these debates, she quickly got to jump to, we got to get to commercial break. We got to get to commercial break, knowing that she about to get slaughtered in these discussions, knowing she got no reason to open her mouth whatsoever because she's not adding any value to the conversation. But anyways, though, look, Andrea Carter and all of them got cooked again with Caitlin Clark's situation. All of them has looked bad. All right, Caitlin Clark has went about her business and balled this season. I know they were talking about her playoff performance and everything. I mean, she's a rookie, it's only game one, but overall, from her totality and what she did during the season, was truly incredible for a rookie. And as you can still see, intense conversation. These women still can't let it go. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.